What if the thing that you've been looking for so long now is actually within yourself? The thing that you've been looking for, whether that's love, whether that's attention, affection, peace. I know so many people, and this was me, just out there, always looking for something to enhance their lives in a way, when they never really stop to take the second to look within themselves. And what I mean by this is just, instead of always resorting to looking for more or asking for more or wanting more, think about what you already have. Think about what's happened to you in the past, what you have now, what you know now, and just look within yourself. You can find happiness within yourself without having to go out and find someone else, find you a girlfriend, find you a boyfriend, whoever that's going to make you happy. I mean, if you're constantly looking for someone that's going to make you happy, how do you really expect to be happy? Because if you rely on someone to make you happy, then what happens whenever that person's not there or when that person's gone? And so this is why it's so important to just seek yourself before you seek others or seek earthly things. Don't go out searching for these earthly things whenever you haven't yet even found yourself. Bars. But I think it's a very truthful, I think that's a truthful thing though, is people don't really understand themselves a lot of the time whenever they are lost or when they're confused. And honestly, my best advice is to simply just learn about yourself first. Learn a little bit about who you are. And because I think genuinely whenever you begin to know who you are and become comfortable with who you are, then you just become comfortable with everything else in life. And then things start following. That's another video I would love to talk about, is the law of attraction. Basically, the law of attraction is you are what you attract. So whatever you give out, put out in the world, that's what you're going to get back. I found that to be very true for myself. And this another reason why it's so important to find that within yourself first. Because, like I said, when you do find yourself, when you start focusing on who you are and your qualities and what you want, then those things in the world, those outside forces, those outside factors will start coming into your life. And I found that to be true. If you believe this truthfully and you try it, you'll find it to be true too. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing because, it just really shows you how the universe works, how God works. Basically you get what you put in. And it's that simple. And so again, whenever you're constantly chasing something, and guys, there's always something to chase now. There's always something to want now. Girls, boys, for this matter, I'm a dude. So generally, I'll be speaking from my perspective, because this is me simply documenting my thoughts. But girls, money, obviously is a big one. I mean, pretty much our entire country, the United States, we operate off of money. And that's what a lot of people live for. They live for money. And yeah, well, you see what happens whenever that's the case. It can really only get you so far. But that peace within yourself, it lasts forever. And obviously it starts with stop growing such an attachment for these outside things. Stop chasing those things. And look for it within yourself. Because once you do that, you will not only be looking for yourself, but God recognizes that. And you're also seeking God, because God is in here. Whether you realize it or not, he's in there. He's always working. He's always paying attention to you. He always knows what you want, who you are, what you're doing. He always knows where you're going to end up. It's up to you to make the change. It's up to you to take action on your life. And because, the future is simply a product of what we do now. Yo! My fault. Please. The future is a product of what we do now. And, guys, I can't emphasize how important it is to just, whatever's on your mind, whatever you're, holding grudges about, whatever you're being anxious about, worrying about, the future, obviously, you might be scared about the future, that I deal with that a lot of the time, because I know that there's so much ahead of me. It's nerve-wracking sometimes. I get anxious. I'm like, what am I where am I going to end up? What am I going to do? How am I going to get there? Ultimately, that's not up to me. And I know that. This tattoo right here, first of all, I didn't mean to just film this without a shirt on and like show off my pecs and stuff. I got back from work. I was changing. It was fresh off the dome. And this is just what I'm feeling. This is me, all right? But this Bible verse right here, for I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans for a future and a hope. I like it because it's a great reminder for me, because I know that it's so easy to get caught up in where I'm going to end up, what I could or couldn't be doing, and ultimately that's not up to me. It's up to God, and all that matters, all that I'm in control of, is what I do right now. And I was going to tell you guys just how fast time moves whenever you're not really paying attention. And there's times when I'll just think, and I'll sit down and I'll be like, man, this is flown. I mean, that was so long ago. Time has really just flown by without even realizing it. And that's the unfortunate thing, is all that time is gone now. It's gone forever. What's in the past, in the past. I don't know if y'all have watched Kung Fu Panda or not. Like, only the best movie of all time. Master Oogway. Famous quote, if I can remember it: the past is history, the future is a mystery, but today's a gift. That's why they call it a present. That's why they call it the present. There we go. Bars from Master Oogway. It's facts. It's facts. Today is a gift. And here's what it means, today's another opportunity for you to start fresh, for you to understand yourself, for you to put away all the distractions, put away all the crap in your life that's wearing you down or bringing you anxiety or stress. Put it all away, because you all know it's not up to you, it's up to God. Put it all away. And today's a gift. So start now. Just start today. So that's what I encourage you all to do, is if you're ever feeling anxious or stressed about the future, and you could be really excited. You could be like, man, I'm ready to do stuff. That's been a lot of my life recently. But it's bad, guy. It's a bad thing to do, because you're just going to be wearing yourself out. And you're going to spend so much time thinking about what you could be doing without actually doing anything. And that's a problem right there. Is you gotta take action now. You gotta start now. You gotta start somewhere. And for me, it's just doing things I know that make me feel good. Doing things I know that I feel productive. That make me feel like I've accomplished something. Those are things that I love to do in the now, because I feel like I'm getting stuff done. And that personally, that's all I need right there. If I feel like I've wasted so much time, not doing anything, that's like the worst feeling in the world, I feel like, for me. I'm sure it is for most people. We just don't really think about it, because, time, it just flies by without us realizing it. And so this is just so important to realize, because I just think we spend so much time, chasing these distractions, chasing money, chasing girls, chasing whatever the future might hold, without even worrying about who we are and what we need to be doing at this moment in time, because the future's not up to us. So it's just a matter of what we do now. And it's just unhealthy to worry about all these things that are out of your control, and to just simply always chase something, because you'll never be satisfied. If you're always chasing, you'll never be satisfied. It's like there's a... I lost it. I was brewing something. It was going to come out probably stupid, and I lost it. It'll come back. But it's like a cheetah, right? It's like a cheetah chasing a rabbit. It's like a cheetah chasing a rabbit. It's like, man, that's food right there. I can eat that. It gives me fuel. But I'm gonna be hungry in like an hour, Like, that's not gonna fill me up. That's not gonna satisfy me at all. You know, that's going to leave me maybe satisfied short term, but long term, I need an elk. I need a gazelle. Hope that made sense. And also, you know, Christ, Jesus Christ. Same thing for him. He's the only person that can really fulfill our lives. But in order to do that, you got to stop chasing these earthly things. You got to stop chasing these earthly desires, and go out and just seek. I'm not talking about grab your binoculars and go bird watching. You know, maybe, you know, birds are great. Birds are awesome. If you want to go bird watching, go bird watching. But I'm talking about in here, you know, do some searching in here. Open up your heart to God. Open up your heart to Jesus, and he'll guide you, you know. And I think that's just so important to realize and to understand. And that's what I wanted to hit on today. So just understand yourself before you seek more. And I think that's just so important. And a lot of people just forget that nowadays. And I just can't emphasize how important it is. So I encourage you all to just whatever opportunity you get, to just stop and just think about, you know, who you are, what you want, and just search for something in here rather than looking out there. And stop chasing the rabbit, you know. Chase the gazelle. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.